a mouth-watering honeyed apricot peachy note. That is a floral. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of The Fragrantician, where here on this channel, it's all about perfume. So if you're new here, I'm Gabby. I'm The Fragrantician here. That's my name. It's what I do. It's what I love. And today we are talking about 3 different perfumes that have the note of Osmanthus. Now, Osmanthus is a yellow floral. It is as I say, it's a honeyed apricot-y peach element to it that is very different. So whereas white florals such as tuberose, such as gardenia, such as lily, such as jasmine, these white floral groups, these can be very, very different in texture, in quality, and also combined with one of the perfumes that I'm going to talk about, it can be a very, very different take on Osmanthus. So let's get into it. Let's talk about my 3 favourite Osmanthus floral perfumes. The perfume I am talking about is from the house of Lush, and it is 1000 Kisses Deep. Now, Lush isn't a designer brand. By in no way means is it really a niche brand. And it is not an indie brand. It's just a brand that is on the high street, but it's not just soaps, it's not just shower gels, it's not just body moisturizers, it's not just cosmetics that you smell. When you walk into a Lush store, you can smell a Lush store. However, this one is my favorite ever Lush perfume. But it's mixed with myrrh, so it has that yellow floral that is Osmanthus, that honeyed apricot-y, peachy, sweet floral with a light leather facet to it. Osmanthus can produce that. This, though, combined with the myrrh, gives it sweetness, but the myrrh is resinous. Let's just spray a little bit. It has mandarin as well, so you get that burst of mandarin in this perfume. I need to, oh gosh, it's so beautiful. I need to invest it in a bigger bottle because it's £55, I think, for a 100 ml bottle from a Lush store. You can still get it online. They do discontinue their fragrances, and as you can see, I've made one hell of a dent in this perfume. I've had it a while. Lush perfumes are a bit of an enigma. I think they are overlooked. They are beautifully blended. They have beautiful craftsmanship. And I think I will say I don't want to be negative, but the one thing I will say is they can be overpriced. They never used to be overpriced, but hey, everything has gone up in price. Everything is going up in price, apart from wage increases. But this is such a beautiful, I wouldn't say it's really sweet. It's a little bit sweet. There's just a touch of sweetness. That myrrh and the mandarin, I think, really have a strong player, but the Osmanthus is there and it feels a little bit peachy. It feels a little bit of that peachy quality, which I love. So 1000 Kisses Deep by Lush has to be the Osmanthus floral that I'm talking about in this video. Very different take on Osmanthus, and it has more of a tea-like quality, which is Serge Lutens Nuit de cellophane, which I've put a dent in this as well. Now this, on the other hand, as it opens up, it feels like what a perfume would smell like, if you get my meaning. It feels more purple floral than yellow floral with the Osmanthus, but it is still a beautiful perfume nonetheless. However, this does not last as long as the other two, as the previous one and the next one I'm going to talk about. This probably has just moderate longevity, with about 4 to 5 hours on my skin, and the projection is a little bit more closer to the skin. It is pronounced in about the first half an hour, and then it kind of just draws back into a little scent bubble around you. Somebody has to be standing next to you to smell it, which is fine. Very, very office appropriate. Out of the three, this is probably the safest blind buy, maybe. Nothing is really a safe blind buy if you haven't smelt it, but this also has a bit of a shampoo conditioner smell to it as well. I really do sense that in this perfume. I like it. It's a clean smelling Osmanthus. I wouldn't say it's overly sweet as well, semi-sweet. It's backed up with other florals, and it also has that kind of Serge Lutens DNA in it. But I would say this is much more of a day-to-day fragrance. All of these three, though, could be a signature scent for somebody. I'm not saying they fit into a box, they fit into a category. This you could wear day or evening. Any of these three you could, especially this one. Now, Osmanthus as a floral, I've never actually smelt the note of Osmanthus until I discovered perfumes. So when I looked at it, I thought, oh, that looks quite strange, the actual flower itself. But this, it has again, a peachy kind of quality in it. It is like a fruity floral, this one. So Serge Lutens Nuit de cellophane, a beautiful Osmanthus perfume. This may look like a little small bottle, but it is a hidden gem that I've just discovered by Rebel Perfume, and it is called Osmanthus Floral. Now, I've put a little bit of a small little dent in it. I've worn it several times. This, I will say, performance is the strongest out of all the three. It even outperforms Lush, which is quite a strong fragrance itself. Now, this is an indie brand. This is a brand that has started recently, in the last year or so, by a man called Sidney Gilby, and he seems quite a bit of an enigma, I will say. I probably would like to spend a day with him, because he's a little bit off the cuff, it seems. I discovered him on Instagram, so follow him and his perfume company on Instagram. This I purchased with my own money. This Osmanthus has a bit of a leathery tone to it, but it's not completely animalic, and it's probably why I like it the most, because it has civet in. It also has jasmine, a little dose of civet. It also has jasmine. It also has, I think, tobacco in as well as Osmanthus. But the Osmanthus itself is produced by a method called enfleurage, and enfleurage is a very traditional, old-fashioned method of extracting oils. It's like layer upon layer upon layer and distilling it. And apparently according to Rebel Perfume, it is based in New York and also in Grasse in the south of France, where they use this method of extraction. Very, very high quality. This is sweet. This I had compliments on from co-workers, from guests that I work with, because I work in a spa, completely spa friendly. This, although this is only an eau de parfum, it really performs like an extrait de parfum. It is a strong, heavy hitter. It lasted the whole day on my skin, and it projected probably in the first 2 hours. It was a strong projection. Lovely scent trail, lovely sillage. Performance is beautiful. I did one day overspray it. I used 6 sprays. It was far more than enough. I only needed 3 sprays of this. This at the moment, I think it has like a bit of a soft launch, so I think it's called a soft launch. So you can, I'll put down the link where you can get this perfume, because I am going to order another bottle of this, because this is an absolute stunner. If Sydney brings out a bigger bottle, I would pay the money for it. This is a 15ml, but I would pay the 30ml if he brought out a 30ml, or if he brought out a 50 or 60ml, I would pay the money for it. Every penny as it's worth. He has brought out another one, which is a jasmine scent and an oud scent, and I have sampled a new one he did send me, which I am in love with. I'm not going to talk about that, but when that is launched, I will be buying that. The jasmine one, in the jasmine scent profile, didn't fit me. I thought it was going to, but it was actually, dare I say this, it was too animalic for me. This is animalic, but it is what I call animalic friendly. It just has like a little pinch of that civetine. Stunning, yellow floral, sweet, long lasting, beautiful. It isn't really like anything else in my collection as well. So that is a bonus. So yes, Rebel Perfume, Osmanthus Floral. I strongly recommend trying it, because you can try little samples of it, which I'll link down below. The packaging is just simple, which is what I like. I don't know if you can see, it did come, I have the little box just up there. Now, you know, if I love something, it goes in my top tier of my perfumes, and it is up in that top tier. So I took it out my top tier to review it, and I'm finally glad that I now have it. And yes, that slight leatheriness, floral facet, slight animalic, but it's sweet, and it has a slight indole, but not overtly. It is crafted beautifully. Claude is on my lap here. So again, Rebel Perfume by Osmanthus Floral. In my opinion, at the moment, the best Osmanthus Floral I have smelled. So those were my top 3 Osmanthus based perfumes. What are yours? I really want to get into the note of Osmanthus, because I feel it's like that slight tropical yet. And by the way, you could wear all of these 3 all year round, these 3 that I've reviewed here. And I just want to get into Osmanthus more. So until next time, remember, life isn't always just for planning. Life is for living in the moment, embracing the air, feeling a touch. Use all your senses and just feel life, and be thankful and humble and grateful. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.